worry about the people who are like scared, who don't necessarily know how to interpret these types of things, or are just kind of like listening to what they're told by an administration that under normal circumstances should be like somewhat trustworthy. So like I understand people getting freaked out by this, of thinking, well, I don't know, the president is saying it must be true.
It must be true. He had a whole press conference about it.
Yes,
no,
but it's not. And so I think if you can kind of go out there and put people's minds at ease if they're worried, or if they're pregnant and they're like now not wanting to take Tylenol, I think maybe sharing resources with them and encouraging them to kind of look at alternative sources is the best we can do.
They said that we'd grow out of it. Well, the joke's on them, that's just our brains. We're eccentric, loud, and stubborn, and most of our clothing is covered in stains. It's not a deficit of attention, there's just too much to think about. So if executive dysfunction becomes a little too much, if you forgot why you came in this room, or you're hypersensitive to touch, then put on your seamless socks and come join our little flock. Bitches stimming together, we're weirds of a feather, weirds of a feather.
Okay, room
Okay.
sounds.
Great.
God, you're always rustling and bustling around.
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Say room sounds, and it's like 20 seconds to get you to settle down.
Excited. It's like part of starting. It's exciting.
It is exciting. You're right.
I'm excited.
You're right.
I'm
Shouldn't
excited.
dampen your excitement.
Yeah. Stop raining on my parade. I'm excited to record. I'm excited to be in your presence and to have a good day.
Aw.
And yeah.
Oh,
No.
that was really nice. All right.
No.
I forgive you.
Thank you. You should.
All right. Should we get started on this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say welcome to Weirds of a Feather, an AuDHD-Adjacent podcast. I'm your host, Grace Beret.
And I'm your host, Kristen Stanhope.
And
Welcome.
here we are.
We're here. We're recording.
Kristen is not flipping off the camera for those of you
Oh, yeah.
watching. Just a heads
I
up.
could.
Now she is.
Now I am.
Look at that. What do you think of that? What do you think of
How
that?
we get off the air.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
Not our Peter the Dolphin
First
content.
is Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, next it's us. For
No.
flipping off the camera.
I briefly explained this in the last episode, but I completely tore my extensor tendon to my middle finger trying to take off a sock.
Super cool injury.
Super cool. Apparently this hypermobility disorder can be disabling. I can no longer operate, which is great because it's the only thing that made my job worthwhile. So
really nice.
Yeah, I'm just a rainbow and sunshine and flicking off people. So I've been realizing how hard life is with one hand. It's quite tough.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I feel like we have them for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've so far tried to convince 3 surgeons just to amputate it because I feel like the recovery will be less.
I don't know about that. Doesn't sound right.
I think it's
I'm
a
not a
3-month
medical
recovery.
professional.
3
That doesn't sound
months
right.
in a splint is killing me. But
Yeah,
I
then you
think
wouldn't have a middle finger.
I would have most of a middle finger. You don't need the whole thing.
I think it's beneficial to have the whole thing.
I think
the more finger, the better.
2 for
generally.
a reason, though, right? 1 on each hand. That's why we have both hands. You know,
To have an extra.
I
Superfluous.
have, I also
middle
have
finger.
Like I have 3 other fingers and a thumb. So if it was the thumb, it'd be different. But it's a middle finger. It's superfluous.
What if you want to do a double flip off? There's nothing.
I'm gonna
better than
do
a double
1 and a
flip off.
half.
Yeah, a double flip off is great though. It's nothing like it. I say keep it. I say hang on to that finger.
Well,
if you can.
I can't. I mean, I have to because all those surgeons said no. They said it was unnecessary.
Good. I think that was smart.
Well, I don't think they know what they're talking about.
I think they do, and I think it's good that they have that attitude. Like those people who really feel like they should have their leg amputated for like no real reason other than it just feels wrong to them. Some of these people will go to the greatest lengths to get these amputations.
I mean, if you don't want your legs and you got the money.
Yeah, but is that not like, does that not fall under do no harm if you're purposefully disabling somebody because they're obviously suffering from like a mental problem? Because like wanting to become more disabled on purpose for the sake of it, that feels like
I feel like you'd have to go
illness.
through like a process, right? Before, you just like, with some surgeries, such as like bariatric surgery, you usually end up seeing like a nutritionist and an athletic trainer and your general practitioner and a psychiatric provider before you even see the surgeon. You get all those things, tucked away, and then you see the surgeon. I think if you're going into the elective limb business, that's what you got to do. You got to set up a whole triage of, these are the people you have to see before you can electively get your limb. God.
Oh, yeah. Also, another heads up for anyone watching. There is we decided if it's a hornet or a wasp.
I think it's a hornet.
There's a hornet's nest in my basement.
In the
apparently.
pod loft, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They've taken up residence in the laundry room, and we have Ian set up some kind of system to trap them, but there's a rogue guy here in the pod loft.
Yep.
So if you hear any shouting and screaming
on
and
audio,
maybe
it's just
zapping noises,
You hear a little buzz. It's just this one little bugger trying to ruin all these. Come on, man.
Let's see if we can catch that on the audio. Very loud. I wonder if the microphone picked that up. But
he's big.
I know, he's huge. There's a ton of them.
He's so big.
Lucy keeps eating them, but she can only eat so many, you know?
I know. It's good protein for her. That's good. I'm proud of her. She's a good dog.
She grabs them right out of the air, kind of shakes them out of the ground.
She should be down here for this.
No, because then she'd be knocking over our shit and...
Worth it.
I got this electric zapper if he comes near us.
Okay.
So, sorry to PETA, but I am going to zap this thing
Yeah.
if he gets too close to me. So...
Exciting. So
we got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
We have so much to talk about, but stay tuned because we may get stung by bees.
Big stuff coming your way this episode.
This is the type of content that only Weirds of a Feather can bring you.
Thank God we're doing video now, so you guys can see,
us
this
track
in action.
our eyes as we watch this one bee, hornet, wasp, whatever it is.
Yeah, we're not even paying attention. We're just both watching this guy as he
so.
zips around the room. So there's that. Really good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But also, we do have kind of a full episode planned as well.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get into some of that.
Current events, right? We're talking current events.
And how current they are. Yeah, we're going to be getting into the whole autism and Tylenol debacle.
Good thing that this is a thing we now have to talk about.
Yeah, really good use of our time is to have to talk about this thing for no reason.
No reason at all.
And does Tylenol cause autism? No, it doesn't. And we're going to tell
End
you
of
why it
podcast.
doesn't. Yeah,
it doesn't. We could wrap it up right here, but we can't because of
fascism.
Yes, thank you. I was trying to find a word that would like sum everything up, and that pretty much does.
Fascism, yeah.
So, yay.
Yeah, we're going to get into it a little bit. I know most of you listening have common sense and logic, and you're not
wonderful listeners.
Yes, you're not just like listening to this worm-addled old man say, and that
Air
could be
carcass
Trump
stealer,
or RFK.
whale carcass exploder.
Yes. Just all around
former
bad man.
heroin user and
not a doctor.
Conspiracy theorist.
Yep. In no way a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you guys already, for the most part, know that this is bullshit and to not listen to this sudden claim that they've solved autism.
They've solved it, guys. They said they would by September, and here we are. They figured it out.
We don't need those decades and decades of research when you can just say, I think it's this. And then boom, now it's that.
What they did.
Yes.
Unreal. They're like, you know what? It's got to be this.
Yeah. What if we just say it's Tylenol?
Yeah. We
just
could.
Because,
yeah, sure.
What if we just say it and then it becomes true? Because facts don't matter and reality doesn't exist.
We don't have to listen to, years and years of peer-reviewed research. No. We can take one journal article,
misinterpret
completely
the data.
Misinterpret the data, even though it's very obviously clearly written, and go from there.
Make a bunch of dangerous, scary conclusions.
Right. Have a full-on press
real.
Conference. Don't prep the president to figure out how to say the actual word.
Nah. He's got it.
He'll figure it out.
He'll
on
get
air.
He'll figure
totally
it out.
Fine.
Yeah, he's good on the fly. Yeah. Yeah. So it's bullshit and you guys know that, but also I understand the fear and confusion around it. So I think it'll be good just to give people some talking points.
Chat it out.
Yeah. Just to tell you exactly why it's bullshit and why it's not true and why you don't need to be worried about giving your kids autism unless you're autistic, and then you probably will give them autism because it's genetic. So it's not the Tylenol, it's the autism that causes autism.
Fun.
Autistic people be fucking is what causes autistic babies. Yeah, so we're going to get into that in this meaty episode. But first, we're going to do, well, I called it a warm-up question, but
Something fun.
we've been talking for a while. But yeah, we're going to start with some fun stuff. We got an email from Susan.
Yes.
One of our most dedicated listeners. And we'll
From the beginning.
I know. She has been
really
with us the whole
rock
way.
solid.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Relationships have lasted less than our relationship with Susan.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And we've never even met. Susan, we got to get you on the podcast.
We do love you.
We should do a virtual.
For sure.
Yes.
For
Susan,
sure.
we're
Let's
coming
plan it
for
out
you.
right here. We're going to plan it out on air.
Yeah. What days work for you?
Email us.
Okay. Yeah. We'll be in touch, actually. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to read a little bit of Susan's email and then we'll do little accomplishments and then we'll get into the meat where we'll rant and rave about Tylenol, autism, whatever else, RFK, brainworms. Yeah. That kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right. But first, Susan had some thoughts about your birthday concerns.
I got a lot of DMs about my birthday too. Birthday concerns.
A lot of people
I don't know.
knowing where you're coming from or having solutions for you or commiserating.
Solutions as well as like commiserating and some people just being like sucks to suck.
I have a July 12th birthday.
Yeah. Oh, fuck you, July 12th.
What are you even talking about? All right. Well, Susan has a bit of a solution for you,
Okay.
which I think is a good one.
Okay. I'm ready for it.
She said, Kristen, be like a kid in elementary school and celebrate your half birthday.
Ooh.
Kids who have summer birthdays
July
get
4th.
to celebrate their half birthdays.
Because that's
they
what
can
it would
bring
be.
treats in. Yeah.
So probably
Is
not.
it July or is it June? It's June.
Is it June?
Yes.
I don't know math.
June is 6 months.
6 months.
July is 7.
But are we counting January as month 0 and then February would be 1, 2, 3, or
Yeah,
is
right.
January month 1?
Right. Yeah, because you don't want to do it on the 4th. Let's just say June 4th. Let's say your half birthday is June 4th.
Fuck!
Yeah, because January is 0.
If January is 0, then it's July 4th because I've thought about
All right,
this.
January is 1.
January is 1, then it's June 4th, and that's a lovely half birthday.
Great.
I love that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or would it be the opposite? Would it be -1?
No. It's either, it depends. It depends
Yeah.
on, I guess, if you count
Don't do the
January-
math too closely.
Don't think about it too much.
Yeah, let's do June 4th.
June 4th
'Cause that
is a
sounds
great,
nice.
it's a great day.
It's a perfect
Springtime.
summer birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early summer, late spring.
Yeah. Love it. Okay.
Not too hot, not too cold.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's perfect to have your half birthday June 4th, whether it's your half birthday or not. Let's say it is.
Let's say it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get a nice day to celebrate.
That is nice.
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I do like the idea of a half birthday. June's a nice month. June 4th is nice. So grass is getting green and the flowers are coming up and not as doom and gloom as January. So yeah.
All right. Well, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Kristen's new birthday, she will be celebrating on June 4th. So please.
January 4th will be a day of rest.
Yes.
And June 4th will be a little party.
Yeah. We'll celebrate you like bears coming out of hibernation.
That's
like if a bear has a January 4th birthday, they're not going to wake up and celebrate it, you know? They're-
Absolutely. That's what I am. I'm a sleepy bear. Let me sleep.
Yeah. So you sleep in January and then you awaken for your June birthday celebration.
I like this
I think
idea.
that's a great plan.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thanks for that solution.
Thank you,
Susan. She said, my smut author daughter's birthday is on March 9th. That sounds like...
Also, I bought her book.
Oh, you did?
I'm cruising through it.
Great.
I bought it like maybe over a year ago and I've just gotten
Classic.
back into it. It's not because I don't like it, Susan. It's because I can't read. So
She's dyslexic.
mhm.
You know that. Good. I hope it's good.
Yeah, it is good. It's lovely. We'll talk about it later. But
Okay.
anyway, continue.
All right. She said it always fell during spring break at school, and she hated it because no one was ever around.
Yeah.
And that one sucks too,
Yeah.
but I still think January 4th is worse.
It's like the worst birthday
Because it's like
ever.
everyone is just coming back from vacation. I
Right.
think that's worse because no one wants to
It's
be
like
there.
literally the
Everyone's
hangover
grumpy.
birthdays.
Yes. Yeah. No one's looking to celebrate.
Yeah. Right. No,
Sucks.
everybody has all these like goals and aspirations in mind. And
Yeah, sorry, I'm not eating cake, actually. I'm dieting.
I'm dieting. I'm not drinking because it's sober January.
Yep.
And I'm trying to save money because it's January to spend all my money on Christmas.
Yeah. And also it gets dark at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
So,
So it's like literally no one wants to do anything. Everybody's sick of parties and their family, and it just sucks.
so
Yeah.
June 4th, new birthday. That's
Love
wonderful.
it. Love it.
And then she said, in terms of Christmas birthdays, one of her nephews was born on December 26th,
Ugh.
which sucks.
That does suck.
She said, my sister-in-law made a promise to him the day he was born, which I don't know if he took in that message, but they would never celebrate his birthday on Christmas when everyone was already together or combine his Christmas and birthday gifts.
Oh,
So they always keep them separate.
Good.
And they
Good.
don't wrap his birthday present in Christmas paper,
that's
which
good
I think
too.
makes
Yeah.
all the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. My mom, because we grew up poor, so my mom was really sneaky, and she would buy all the on sale Christmas paper, but she makes sure it was like the snowflake paper, and she's like, it's winter
themed.
winter theme.
Smart.
So that's
smart.
what my birthday presents were wrapped with.
Smart.
Or you could be like my grandma and just wrap them in the funnies section of the newspaper,
Mm.
which was
And
really.
then you get something to read.
I know, she's
Yeah.
very smart.
My grandma also did that.
Mhm.
Must be a grandma thing.
Grandma thing.
They're practical.
Mm-hmm.
A few more things from Susan.
Okay.
She said in relation to bad hands, which I was talking about. Sometimes my hands feel bad and wrong and I have to wash them. She said, I completely and totally understand and do the same. Yes.
Yeah.
One more in the bad hands club.
Yeah. I got a bad hand for a different reason.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our hands just feel bad and wrong. We have
Yeah.
to wash them. And last thing from Susan. Oh, well, first she said she loves watching us doing the winding down and hearing the choo-choo clip clop. She said it's hilarious to
Yeah.
watch us do that on video.
It's way better when you see it, right? Because you
Yeah.
know, on the audio medium just doesn't capture the art that is the clip clop.
Yeah, you
the
really
pizza
have to
shop.
see
Yeah.
us do it. You got to see the
Mhm.
awkward pauses. You got
The weird eye contact. Yeah, it's definitely meant for the visual medium.
the visual medium for sure.
Mhm, mhm.
And last thing, she became a grandma
Oh my
the other week.
gosh!
First one. So congratulations, Susan.
Yay!
Aw,
Well,
Grammy
here's the question.
Susan.
Are you grandma? Are you Mima? Are you Nana? Get back to us.
Yeah.
What's your
Mimi.
What's your name?
Yeah, what's your grandma name?
What's your grandma name?
Yeah, let us know.
Are you grandmother?
Peepaw. Popo.
My dad wanted to be, he's like, I'm going to be grandpa. And I was like, ugh, boring. And my
Yeah, but that's
nephews
so your
were
dad.
like, yeah. And my nephews couldn't say grandpa, so they called him Bumpa. And now he's forever Bumpa. And
I
he's
love
like, wow.
Bumpa.
Yeah, isn't Bumpa
Yeah.
so cute?
Yeah. Oh, what was Haley telling me Lynn is? I can't remember. Something really random that is not related to her name at all, but it's all the kids could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really pick your grandma, grandpa name ahead of time because it's really based on what the child can pronounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes kids are just dicks, and they actually called one of my uncles puppy monkey baby for a really long time.
that's a good one.
So luckily he thought it was hilarious. So he's got that going for him.
That's
So,
great.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
I think they just finally grew out of it, but it is kind of funny.
I think Vanessa's nickname, because she's an aunt, they call her Uncle Nessa.
Oh, that's really funny.
because I think one of her sister's kids, when he was really little, like didn't understand the difference between aunt and uncle. So Vanessa became
There is
Uncle
no difference.
Nessa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
really funny.
Doesn't
That's
matter. Yeah,
very
so-
cute.
Isn't that a great one? I want to
That's
be an
really
uncle.
cute.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. So let us know what your grandma name is, Susan, and congratulations. I bet you're a wonderful grandma, and that kid is so lucky to
Yeah.
have you.
I know.
Yeah. Wonderful.
My nephews, one more thing.
Yeah.
My nephews really had a hard time with their R's.
All kids do.
All kids do. So I was Auntie Quifton for a really long time. And boy, is that just super funny when they yell it across the room. Auntie Quifton!
Yep.
And
Oh,
I'm like, what?
I'm always Grace.
Gway.
Grace?
So funny.
Yeah.
It never gets old.
Yeah. It's always
Until it
cute.
does. Yeah.
Until they're like 8 years old.
And you're like, all right.
I probably should have fixed those
Yeah.
R's. Yeah. In your speech. Yeah. Oh, but it's so cute. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm done with my stories.
Okay.
Congratulations, Susan.
Yes.
Really excited for you.
Yeah, that's wonderful. A little shining light. Let's get into some little accomplishments before we get into this meat.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me give me. Oh, yeah. We'll get this song first.
Little accomplishments, but big in our hearts.
Yeah.
All right, Kristen, what did you accomplish?
Oh, fuck.
You son of a bitch.
God, he's big.
I almost got him. Come on.
Make sure when you get him, you get him.
Yeah, because last time he was not
Yeah,
dying.
that guy that you got earlier did not go down easy.
No. He was
This guy's just as big.
Come on. He's taunting us.
Why are you over here? There's nothing for you.
He knows. I wonder if they can hear the electricity. All right, he's resting.
Okay.
He's hiding in wait.
ducks.
Yes, he's gone into the ducks. Good comedic timing on that guy.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
Uh-oh.
God, why? Back. Stay there.
Stay up in the ducks. Go bother Lucy. She'll eat you. All right. Well,
Okay.
that's just going to be going on.
That's just going to be an
throughout this
ongoing
episode.
thing today.
Yeah.
So real pumped.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the audio listeners.
Woo, where? What were we talking about?
Your accomplishment. Your little accomplishment. Don't look at him. Just,
bastard.
he's not going to hurt you.
I mean, he could. Yeah.
might.
Really easily could.
Yeah.
I took my meds today. That's my accomplishment.
good
yeah.
job.
I've actually really been striking out and not taking them. I keep forgetting. And that's not how medication works.
No, it's not.
So I've put reminders. Put reminders on my phone.
Nice.
I've one day I made my student, that was her one job, to remind me.
Good.
Don't do that to your students. It's weird.
Irresponsible.
Yeah, be a responsible adult. And now I'm kind of mixing up the time that I take it, so hopefully I remember it a little bit better. And I've also have little pill caddies every single one of my bags. So
Good.
that is my
Good
plan.
strategies.
Yeah, I'm trying
All right.
real hard.
Good job.
It is difficult for me to remember, and I'm trying, but I did take it today, so I consider that a win.
I'm proud of you. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What did you accomplish?
I organized my art supplies cabinet.
Ooh, yes.
I showed you earlier.
I've seen it. It's gorgeous. I'm
Thank
very
you.
impressed.
Got lots of jars going.
So many jars.
So many jars.
It's so organized.
Thank you. Yeah, Ian was gone for the whole week last week. He was up at his mom's, Judy's. You guys know Judy. Working on a shed. They were building a little she shed for her.
Really
aka
cute.
a little tiny home.
Is it a she shed, or is it just going to have tools?
I think she's going to maybe do some stained glass stuff out there. So it is for tools, but in a Judy way, not just
Judy
a
tools.
man shed of.
Here's
bunch
all
of
my
crap.
hammers.
I'm sure
Yeah.
she'll make it look beautiful. She made these incredible stained glass windows.
I know. I saw
Ian
that. That was
installed.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Talent.
So yeah, they did a wonderful job. But I was here alone with just me and Lucy having a girls' week, and I always get so much done when I'm home alone. I think
you and Christopher.
I love it.
I can't. I gotta have a person. That's why I always have podcasts on. Someone has to be in the room with me.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm listening to podcasts, but I don't want if no one is there to interrupt me, I can really get in the flow. Because if Ian and I are hanging out, or I'm trying to clean, but he's already having fun playing video games,
Mhm.
I don't want to keep bustling around. I want to go sit and hang out and play video games or whatever,
Mhm.
So it's a lot easier for me to get into the zone when I don't have to worry about the auto zone. I don't have to worry about being interrupted. So I really just, one night I was tidying and organizing till 11:30 at night.
Dang.
I was just on a roll. And
Proud
I
of
set
you.
up because I have a
Gotta
million.
take more vacations like that.
I know, he's got to get out of the
Ian,
house more.
leave the house more.
Please.
Jeez, for the sake of your home.
Yes, because it's the only way I can get stuff done. So I, was just feeling very chaotic with all my million art supplies strewn everywhere throughout the house. And I have trouble starting because I don't know where anything is. And so I finally created a system, got my whole cabinet set up, different shelves for different crafts. I got my clay stuff on one. I got my drawing stuff. I got like my knitting and sewing stuff and needlepoint. I got my like fabrics in one drawer. I just got a whole system and got it all set up.
Dang.
I was walking around the house for like 7 hours straight.
Dang.
I laid down at night. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I've been walking, just like walking all around the house. Just going nuts.
You need like a step counter.
I know. I really wish I was wearing one because I'm very curious about just how many steps I did because
That's a lot of steps.
I was just in the zone, the auto zone. So yeah, I'm really proud of that and really happy about that. And now I feel like I can get started a lot easier because everything has a home and I know where it is instead of just like in bunch of random piles and bags. Turns out it's nice.
It's nice to be organized.
Yeah, it's nice to know where things are, apparently.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I got to maintain the system, which is like the hardest part. But it's been like a week and I'm keeping everything pretty tidy. So knock on wood.
Proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. And now we should get into the meat, right?
Yeah.
It is the meat.
It is meat.
Meat. And this meat is a big old sloppy pile of bullshit.
Yep.
Like we said, we're going to be talking about the whole autism and acetaminophen thing.
Yeah. So I guess maybe for listeners who live in a better country where science is regarded as real and peer reviewed actually means something and you don't have, what did Jimmy Kimmel call him? A glazed ham for a president. It's a very accurate description.
Yeah, that is a good one.
And you don't have someone with a half of a brain because the other half was eaten by a literal worm as the director of health or HHS or whatever.
Yeah. And even if he didn't have his part of his brain missing, either way, he's still not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
Why are you giving medical advice? You're not a medical professional.
He's a conspiracy theorist.
Yep.
So maybe if you live somewhere else, you haven't heard about this, which, what a life.
Yeah.
And maybe it might be best for you to just shut this off now and just keep living that life because it sounds nice.
No, they've heard of it. I've heard from a few different people just about how, the experts in their country are saying, no, this is stupid. There's no connection and don't listen
we all
to the
know
stuff
it's
coming
stupid.
out of the U.S.
I feel like it's very like my opinion of a religion. Like we all know that this isn't real, right? We all are we all like pretending to go along with it? Like what's happening here?
A lot of people do think it's real. Just like the rapture. The rapture really showed me just how many people are truly in like active delusion or psychosis.
Yes.
Like religious psychosis.
Right.
Just totally on a different planet, living in a different
survivor.
Reality. I know, fellow rapture survivors right here.
Welcome to reality.
Yeah, if you survive the rapture, welcome. We're happy to have you. And for those we lost, have fun up there in heaven, I guess. Yeah.
I was watching one TikTok where he's like, I'm hoping for the rapture to take them all away so we can just, continue living our lives and saying that science is a real thing.
Please, please. I really wish the rapture would happen at this point.
Yeah.
It's just people who just want an escape from this terrible world. Like people who...
because we live in a terrible reality.
Yeah. Instead of trying to make things better for everyone, they're like, but what if I got sucked up into the sky because I'm really good and then you guys
and everybody else
suffered.
is really bad? Yeah. I want you to suffer and I want me to be okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what Jesus would want.
Just like Jesus wanted. Yeah. He loved when people suffered. He loved vengeance. He loved self-righteousness. He loved white people first and foremost. He said, you guys are the chosen ones. I'm a Palestinian man. But it's the whites. They're the best. They're coming up to heaven.
Yep.
Even if you're a disgusting little monster of a person who's hateful and vile to everyone on earth, you're coming with me, baby.
Yep.
That's so Jesus.
Yep.
That's Jesus.
Get on this bandwagon.
Yep. But anyways, back to RFK.
Back to RFK. Okay.
Yeah. So he's a bumbling old Muppet.
He
doesn't know what he's talking about ever.
He looks like a crumpled up piece of leather.
Yes.
He has the voice not even a robot could love.
No, those vocal cords are tight.
Yes.
Like, what's going on?
Drink some olive oil or do some vocal exercises.
Yeah, some relaxation techniques.
Why is it like that?
I don't know.
I'm sure there's a medical...
Acupuncture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. For someone into such health, he does have like a terrible past, and
Yeah. Like, how are you the person giving health advice if you're not even addressing your own health problems, I guess, you know?
He's
Like-
replaced heroin for vitamins, I guess.
Yes.
Mm.
Vitamins.
And ivermectin. But anyway,
And bleach, probably.
probably. So was it this week? Was it last week? I'm not sure.
Last week. It's all
blurred
melting into
together.
one. Maybe it was this week. I don't know.
But our government and the HHS has decided to read like one study and somehow contort it, and basically came out with like a giant press conference saying that acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, is the cause for autism when expectant mothers take it during pregnancy.
Yep.
And not only is this wildly inaccurate, but dangerous and
Very, very dangerous.
super dangerous.
Yeah.
And
It's all rooted in just punishing women, punishing mothers, wanting to kind of force women to be as miserable as possible. And also about making money, because now they're trying to say that this type of vitamin is actually the cure for autism. And who owns stock in that? Dr. Oz.
lovely.
So
What vitamin is it?
I think it's it's some kind of like folate.
Folate is important.
Yes, but it's not.
It doesn't have
You
to
should
be
take that anyways. It's not going to cure autism.
It's not. It has nothing to do with autism, but it's
No.
very important to take maternally.
Yes.
So
So-
when you're expecting, it's like one of those important things,
Yeah. So whenever,
but not because of autism.
no, and especially with this administration, but this goes for anyone, no matter what country you live in. Like fascism and white supremacy have their little finger tendrils in every country at this point, essentially. So, like, I know it's the craziest in the US right now, but also, especially if you're in Canada, if you're in Australia, you're in the UK, you are not immune to this crazy stuff. It's really spreading like wildfire. I met so many Canadians who were like MAGA. It's like, guys, this is not even your country. You can't see how ridiculous it's.
Leave the fascism to us, Canada. Okay?
Yeah, man,
Come
back
on.
off. Enjoy your
Bring it
universal
in.
health care. Yeah.
Exactly. You
So-
and your universal health care.
Yeah.
And your stories.
So I think no matter what administration is telling you medical advice, but especially the US's administration, always kind of think about who would benefit from me believing this, who would be harmed from me believing this, and could there be money tied to this? Because the answer is always yes. It comes down to money and power, and that's all it is like control, money, power. So if you're like, well, that doesn't sound right that Tylenol would cause autism, but it seems like they must be speaking from some kind of medical standpoint. No, you can, just because something's published in a medical journal doesn't mean that it's being interpreted correctly. It doesn't mean that the conclusions are what people are saying. And you really need to use some critical thinking about why would they be telling me this? Why would it be happening now? Do they have the credentials to even properly interpret this type of data? Because data can exist and be wildly incorrectly interpreted. So just because someone points to a study doesn't mean that study is saying what they're claiming it says.
And also, who made the study? Is there any bias behind it? This is why peer reviewed is a thing, because you can have all kinds of studies, but if they're funded by a group of interest, then how accurate is that evidence? Or so
Yes.
This is why we have peer-reviewed articles to find that sort of thing. And this is also why we have certain medical bodies like the American Medical Association. We have ACOG, which is the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology, who is I think they've made an official statement against this.
I've got some stuff about them.
You've got them.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And so, if the government seems suspicious, then we rely on these medical bodies to to kind of lead us in the right direction.
Yes. Yeah. So let's get into a little bit about this from a few different sources. My first source is from the American Academy of Pediatrics. That's a very good source to listen to.
Yep,
about
I feel
this
like that's a
stuff.
great source.
Yeah, like one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
This article they have is called "Acetaminophen is safe for children when taken as directed. No link to autism." So
Lovely.
boom. All right, episode done.
I just didn't even know that this was like something they were.
I know.
I didn't know that this was something we like even needed to look into. We've been taking this for years. It's like one of the oldest medicines.
Yes,
Besides,
but
like,
not
opium.
as old as autism, because autism has been diagnosed since like 18 something. It's obviously been around forever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what I was going to go with. It's been around forever.
Yes, of course. Just because something is finally diagnosed doesn't mean now it's just starting to exist.
Right.
Like before they had telescopes to study faraway planets, those planets in their minds didn't exist. Then they invented telescopes. Now those planets are there.
Right.
They didn't just pop up.
At
You're
one
just
point,
able to see them now.
Gravity was discovered.
Yes.
It's been around.
It was always around.
It was always around.
Yes.
Someone just put a name to it. So
Yeah, so like people will say, oh, well, people didn't used to die from cancer at these rates that we do now. Yeah, because back in 1712, no one was fucking diagnosing prostate cancer.
Right.
People would just die
They're
and they
like,
would say,
oh
well,
my gosh,
that guy died. We don't know why.
we don't know why. He couldn't pee for months. We
Yep.
don't know why.
Yes.
Or maybe because like the average life expectancy was like 28 years old back then.
Yep.
And people did die of cancers. And there's been documents of it, like horrible skin cancers and stuff like that. It's all been documented, but it's not, people aren't putting a name to it. They're
Just
like,
thought it was like ghosts.
yeah,
or like
they're
witchcraft.
like, oh, he's been like, cursed by a witch. And that's why his face looks like that. No, it's a basal cell carcinoma,
Yeah.
It's,
It's a curse put on my family from generations ago.
right. No.
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 It's just, you have lung cancer.
Right.
Yeah. So, and you guys know this, that the diagnostic rates for autism have gone up and up because we've gotten better at diagnosing autism.
Right.
We're more aware of it.
Right.
We've reduced the stigma of it. We've researched more about what it looks like and what the traits look like. So obviously it's going to look like there's more autism, but that's because we're naming it autism instead of like, I don't know, Uncle Gary just loves trains. So
Sorry, the bee is back.
Don't worry about him.
I'm very worried. I don't want to be
I'm
stung.
a little worried.
I'm a little worried. He keeps coming over here.
Don't.
Don't.
Tie up. Come on.
Oh, God, got him. Oh, he's down. He's still alive. Yeah.
Oh,
Get him. 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 Do you want a shoe? I have no shoes. Oh, God. Oh, he's still alive. Zap him.
Oh.
Ah. It's a bad way to go. Not pretty. Sorry, PETA. Sorry. Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
nice. Yeah. I think that's the second bug we've killed on the show. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, really good stuff.
We're like professionals now.
Yeah, you can call us if you got any
I'm
bugs.
really proud of you. Man, you like knocked the shit out of that
I
guy.
know.
Yeah.
I'm a softball player.
All right. Jeez, part-time tennis player.
Full-time friend. Woo, all right. Anyways, we're back. Okay,
Yeah.
now we can really
now
focus.
we can focus. Yeah. Now,
bees in
now
the
we're
room.
good. Yeah. Bee's gone.
Yeah.
Or hornet, wasp.
Whatever the
thing.
fuck that guy is. Yeah. Now we can really
Yes.
get into it. But yeah, anyways, you guys know that increased diagnosis rates don't mean that the disorder is spreading more and more. It just means we know how to diagnose it more. So that's why it looks like all of a sudden there's a ton of autism, is because we are now calling it autism. But anyways, all right, back to this article from the American Academy of Pediatrics. They say, so the claim is, like we said, acetaminophen, also known as paracetamol.
Oh, paracetamol.
Sold under the brand name Tylenol or other names, is an over-the-counter medication used to reduce fevers and relieve pain. Decades of research have found that acetaminophen is safe for children when administered as recommended. Misleading claims that the medicine is not safe and is linked to increased rates of autism send a confusing, dangerous message to parents and expectant parents and does a disservice to autistic individuals. So I like that they said that up top.
Yeah.
But the key facts that they have summarized in this article is that studies do not point to a causal link between the use of acetaminophen and autism in children or in pregnancy, and extensive research indicates that there is no single root cause of autism. And that's the other thing. Autism is such an amalgamation of so many different things happening in the brain. Yeah, it impacts so many different areas of development of the brain, of just like how your brain processes information. So to try to point to like one single thing as causing all these really kind of complex brain differences is really ridiculous, essentially, because it's just very complex. And to say like it's this one thing causing all of those different complex needs is just ridiculous and untrue. Research does not show a causal link between acetaminophen use in children and autism, and studies have found no significant or confirmed associations between the use during pregnancy. I have an article from verywellhealth.com, and I'm going to get into like a legit actual study out of, where is it, Sweden?
Sweden. Been a lot of studies out of Sweden with ADHD and autism.
Yeah, so they have like this huge study that completely like cancels out everything that RFK and Trump are claiming. But first, there's also this article from verywellhealth.com. Does Tylenol cause autism? Here's what the research says.
No.
Yeah, it says no. Yeah.
Says no because there's been no evidence. It's all genetic. It's basically a bunch of people who are like, it couldn't be us with autism. Let's do this like, 3-week deep dive into the internet to find this obscure reference to maybe autism.
Yeah.
It couldn't be our fault.
No, definitely
not
no.
our fault. It couldn't be genetics. No, of
course not. The medication. Okay. Oh, the reason I included this one in my resources is because they're talking about the risks of pregnant people not taking Tylenol. Because that's the other thing. It's like,
why?
Like, this is so scary to parents who don't really understand that it's bullshit. And like, who knows how many pregnant people are now going to be like turning down Tylenol that they really need when they're pregnant.
Right.
And those problems that cause people to need Tylenol while they're pregnant can in itself like cause a lot of issues for the fetus.
Right. Like the number one thing is fever. So Tylenol is a pain reducer, but it's also a fever reducer. And there are some issues with taking things like Motrin or Advil or ibuprofen in pregnancy. So, Tylenol has been widely regarded as very, very safe for pregnant people, for children. And so if you take away their own, and there's other issues too, like if you have kidney disease or a bleeding disorder, sometimes you can't take ibuprofen or Advil or NSAIDs or whatever. So if Tylenol is the only thing that you can take, and now, some idiots saying that, oh, maybe it causes autism in children. So now you have this mother who's having to decide, like, do I put up with a fever in an illness, which could also be very detrimental to the fetus, including death, or do I take a Tylenol? It's harmful. This is harmful to people, and it's going to cause more issues. You can't just go claiming things that aren't true because it does have effects. And I don't understand why this administration doesn't understand that. They can't just say things because they want to.
I mean, but
they do.
They do because they want to, and this is what they want. It doesn't make logical sense because what they're doing isn't logical. They hate women, and they want to punish pregnant people. So that's really what it comes down to.
Could you imagine if men were pregnant? They'd be taking Tylenol.
My God.
They'd be taking
abortions for everyone.
They'd be taking opiates for labor. People get like straight up ketamine to deliver, which I think some people are doing. I don't know.
Sick.
I stay out of obstetrics for a reason. It's not for me.
We don't need to be
not for me
bothered with that stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, could you imagine? And it's just, I don't know. I don't understand this. Like, it's not logical, this like hate towards women, because this is an administration that wants people to have more babies, right?
Yeah.
They want more white babies, but then they're like, what if we made having babies really hard?
Yeah. Well, they also want eugenics is the other thing. And so this is a way to kind of kick off the eugenics process, because they don't want kids at least being diagnosed with autism. They don't want autistic kids. So if you
They're going to get them.
Yeah. Oh, they're getting them because autistic people be fucking, like I said.
Yeah.
And so if you punish women for having an autistic kid, that's a great way to, start the whole eugenics thing of, okay, so the mother she's pregnant, has a fever, doesn't take Tylenol, has a miscarriage because the fever led to a miscarriage. Now you can arrest her for having a miscarriage. She's pregnant and she does take Tylenol for the fever, and then she has an autistic kid. Okay, now you can arrest her for having an autistic kid and taking a medication that caused autism, quote unquote. So it's really just kind of a way to trap women and blame women for autism, something that doesn't need to be solved to begin with, because it's just a brain difference.
It's really creating a problem that doesn't need to be there. Also, there's also this issue with like people are still smoking while they're pregnant. They're still drinking while they're pregnant. They're still using like heroin and opium and
living in poverty.
And living in poverty.
And not having access to like healthy food, fruits and vegetables.
There's so many other issues
that are like systemic problems that lead to health issues. Black women getting maternal care, their rates of death during child labor are like 30 times
30% higher
as white women.
As white women. Yeah. It's insane.
And even for white women, it's very low compared to other like developed nations. It's just, our medical system is truly so terrible
for poor outcomes. Like it shouldn't be. If we have like the most expensive medical system in the world, it shouldn't have such terrible outcomes. Like it's not good.
Yes, for what we have, it's really bad for how much we're paying. Yeah.
And there was a new study that came out. Did you hear about this? It's they rated like healthcare outcomes against like Americans versus Europe, basically people with like socialized healthcare. And they said that the outcomes of the wealthiest Americans were still lower than the poorest. Like I think it was UK, Europe. It doesn't matter.
It matters to people who live
there.
It
does matter to the
please
people.
Forgive our
Sorry,
American
I don't
ignorance.
know. I'm American and my education's not great. And basically they blamed it on the access to healthcare. Even the wealthiest Americans who have money to pay for doctor visits and medicines and insurance and all of that still have bad outcomes compared to the not so wealthy in socialized medicine countries.
So like, what are we doing?
What's the
point?
Money.
Yes.
People want to make money.
Yeah. Insurance companies.
And it doesn't matter if you die.
Money. No, as long as
they're making money.
Yeah. But yeah, so this article is just talking about how Tylenol, pregnant people sometimes need to take it for maternal fever, for severe preeclampsia, and for pain. And if those conditions are improperly treated, it can lead to maternal and child death or complications. This person from Steve Fleischman, MD, the president of the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, the ACOG, as you were talking about, said the conditions people use acetaminophen to treat during pregnancy are far more dangerous than any theoretical risks and can create severe morbidity and mortality for the pregnant person and the fetus, says Steve Fleischman. So there you go. You got it right from ACOG itself. I like how he says theoretical risks, because they're not even real risks. They're theoretical.
They're not even risks.
This could literally lead to like pregnant people dying or
and
having severe complications,
miscarriages, and the fetus dying.
Yes. Just out of fear of something that is not even happening. It's not happening. It's either you have an autistic baby or you don't.
Right.
You're not, the Tylenol you take is not going to
turn all you've been turned into an autistic.
Yes. Yeah.
Brig.
Like with the whole vaccines thing, where they think because kids are vaccinated around the time that kids can start to be diagnosed based on the diagnostic criteria for autism.
Correlation does not equal
Yes,
causation.
they say, oh wow, it's like I got my vaccines
and then he
for
turned.
my baby, and then he turned, autistic at 2 years old. It's like, you mean when they are supposed to be developing like social language and eye contact and responding to their names.
When he first learned what a train was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now he's like obsessed with dinosaurs.
Like, oh, man.
Won't stop lining up his toys.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
because of the vaccines.
Yeah. It all comes.
It's so stupid.
And talk about studies can't be trusted just because they're published. Is the guy who said the whole vaccines cause autism, his study, quote unquote, was the most bullshit study. It was like 12 kids at his child's birthday party, and it was funded by some.
Didn't he have to like flee the country?
I don't know, but he had to like retract his published
He's not
statement.
Like a doctor anymore.
No,
they took away his license
because God, that really started such a nightmare that's continuing to this day. It's really
this day.
Atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, ableism is when you would rather have a dead kid than an autistic kid. That is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So even if this stuff really did cause autism, okay, so you'd rather have a dead kid than an autistic kid is what you're saying. Yeah. That's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Also from this article on Very Well Health, is talking about like why the Trump administration is saying that there's a risk. So it says the correlation between prenatal acetaminophen use and child brain development has never been tested in a clinical trial. Because of the known risks of maternal fever and severe pain, it would be unethical to withhold acetaminophen for pregnant people in a trial when there are no safe alternatives. This leaves scientists to make conclusions based on more observational evidence and animal studies. So that's a really good point, too, that they can't even ethically study this because it would be unethical to deny pregnant people this necessary medication.
It's like, sorry, you're in this study. We're going to just watch as you and your fetus die.
And if you don't die, we'll see if you got an autistic kid.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully you don't, because then we'll know if it's autistic or not, you know?
Yeah, and then we'll punish you for having an autistic
and then
kid.
you can go to jail.
Yep, isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so there's like just no way that this study that the White House is citing could have even come to that conclusion, because there's no way that scientists could even have studied that ethically.
Mm-hmm.
It says the White House announcement followed the August publication of a research paper that reviews 46 studies on acetaminophen use during pregnancy, 8 of which were focused on the link between acetaminophen and autism. The author said that taken together, the studies show that a causal relationship is plausible between prenatal acetaminophen and an increased risk of autism. The ACOG, the obstetrician gynecologist, they critiqued the August review for relying on low-quality evidence.
This is why we have outside medical bodies like
exactly.
This. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not a single reputable study has successfully concluded that the use of acetaminophen in any trimester of pregnancy causes neurodevelopmental disorders in children, the ACOG said in a statement. The organization instead highlighted a large 2024 study in Sweden, which we're going to talk about, that analyzed the rates of autism among siblings and found no significant difference when mothers used acetaminophen during one pregnancy but not another. They found that the correlation of autism in families is because of genetics, because it's genetic. And so that sibling study really was helpful for that, to show that the link is because it's genetic and not because the mother took Tylenol. Autism is a hereditary condition, said Brian Lee, PhD, a professor of epidemiology at Drexel University, and a senior author of the Sweden study. Some environmental factors like pollution and pesticide exposure may play a role, but genetics almost certainly do. By controlling for genetic and familial factors, his team found that the apparent risk completely flatlined and disappeared. Framing autism as having a single cause seriously oversimplifies the science and can feed stigma. It also suggests that autism is a problem to be eradicated rather than a natural and valid form of human diversity, says Pat Loshman, certified autism life coach and founder of Thrive Autism Coaching. Hearing that the government's priority is to find a cause can feel like their existence is being pathologized. So I thought that was like a really wonderful article.
Yeah.
They really covered a lot of it, of the dangers of not taking Tylenol when you're pregnant, the fact that there is no proven correlation between autism and Tylenol, and that why are we even trying to like solve autism to begin with?
Right. Maybe just make more accommodations.
Yeah, what if we just like supported people who had
Right.
different needs so it didn't have to be quite so disabling?
Right.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Nah, let's just eliminate them instead.
Yep.
Let's just wipe out a whole population. Because really, when they talk about curing autism, what would that mean for someone who's already born and has an autistic brain?
Right.
It would just mean killing them. There's no cure for the way your brain is structured.
Right.
So it's eugenics. Okay, and then I have another resource real quick from UC Davis and the Mind Institute. They also are saying there's no proven cause for this. They also made the good point that some studies seem like they might show a link between Tylenol and autism, but there are other reasons that link might exist. These include similarities among family members and the reasons people took acetaminophen while pregnant. And that's another big problem with this study, is that they're not controlling for the reasons why people are taking it, because we know that autistic people are more likely to have like chronic pain conditions, connective tissue disorders, lots of different disorders. There's a lot of comorbidities in terms of like physical ailments when you're autistic. And then when you're a pregnant autistic person, I can't even imagine the amount of like daily pain your body is
if you're
in.
like hypermobile and your pelvis like shifts out of place. Yeah, that sucks.
So if you think about it, autistic people are more likely probably to take Tylenol when they're pregnant because they're more likely to have all of these pain disorders, and they're more likely to have autistic babies because they're autistic. So that right there is like, all right, well, they haven't really controlled for any of those factors. And so you need to look at the reasons why these parents are taking Tylenol when they're pregnant. So
just like,
it's incorrect for so many reasons.
Illogical that it's hard to argue against it, you know, because you're just like, there's so many things wrong with all of this.
Yes, there's like not even like facts supporting it.
Right.
So
where did this even come from? Like, I didn't even know this was a thing that we had to like look into. I know the vaccine thing has been around for a while, but then I feel like this is new.
Yeah, I thought they were going to blame this on vaccines. Like, I'm really surprised they're not. And at first when they said Tylenol,
they have.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, they need to do a new.
They're like, okay,
avenue.
We're not getting anywhere with vaccines.
Yeah, we've already got the anti-vaxxers worked up. We've gotten as many people as we can with that.
Right. We need a new, fresh look.
Yes. What else can we villainize that would punish
that's like
women?
That would punish women. That would punish children.
Yep.
That would make maternal outcomes way worse.
What if we took away the one pain medication pregnant people can take safely?
That's safe.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first heard this, I was like, that's really weird. I expected the reasoning, like the thing they blamed it on, to be either like vaccines based or like more misogynistic. Like I was surprised that it wasn't like pap smears or something. Yeah. But then, you know, people made the good point that this is like the one pain medication that pregnant people can take when they're pregnant. Yeah. And I'm like, there's the misogyny connection. There it is. Because it, of course, is going to come down to punishing women first and foremost, you know? But yeah, this study or this article also was just saying that no, this whole thing is there's no proven link, and untreated fevers and pregnancies can pose a huge risk. And so it wasn't folic acid; it was folinic acid.
Oh, okay.
A modified version of B9. And they're saying. So I guess it's currently prescribed to help counteract the effects of some chemotherapy drugs used to treat cancer. And it's mentioned as a potential treatment for autism, but there has not been enough scientific research to know if this could work. So essentially, they're just saying some bullshit like
treatment for autism or preventative for autism?
It says treatment.
Oh, so what does that mean? We take that, it makes our social skills better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're fine with eye contact.
Yeah.
And you don't want to talk about insects to everyone you meet.
Right.
You know?
And my socks don't feel like I need to take them off immediately.
Yeah. Suddenly that annoyance just goes right away.
Really?
Yeah.
Fun.
So if we look at, you know, who could be benefiting from saying Tylenol causes autism, but we actually have a solution, is this supplement. Who owns that supplement? Dr. Oz.
Unreal.
It
That
was like a part of the
belongs
Department
in
of Health.
jail. Yeah.
Yes.
Unreal that he's like I can't believe he's still alive. He should be
in jail.
He should be in jail. Dead.
Yeah,
No.
he should be dead in jail.
Dead in jail. He's a criminal.
Should
And
be-
he preys on he preys on so many people who are so desperate for answers.
Yes, vulnerable people.
He preys on the most vulnerable people who are at home sick watching TV.
Yes.
And the elderly who don't understand, such as my grandma. I have a personal vendetta against Dr. Oz because my grandma has bought in every vitamin and supplement that he has recommended.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm. I actually went in her house one day and stole a bunch because I was like, she doesn't need all these. Good thing she doesn't there's too many for her to account for.
Good. But tell her they got taken in the rapture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really dangerous. And there are a lot of people that are like, there's so much money in the problem is that people are correct to be wary of these big institutions like Big Pharma. I, of course, don't 100% trust Big Pharma, but it's don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
Just because there's a lot of problems with Big Pharma doesn't mean that every single piece of research and science and medication is totally bullshit and it's all just a moneymaker. And the alternative natural medication world, they make 4 times as much money as Big Pharma does.
And nothing's peer reviewed and nothing's there's no quality control when it comes to supplements. There was a great article, I think I've already mentioned it way back, on melatonin gummies. Here in America, you don't need a prescription for melatonin, and you can buy, especially if you're in Florida, up to 10 milligrams, which is a crazy amount of melatonin. And no one takes it correctly, and maybe we'll talk about it on Patreon.
Because I've been taking melatonin forever.
Well, you probably take it correctly. It should be taken
same time every night.
Yes. Because it was meant for shift workers to get back on. Anyway, 10 milligrams is an insane amount. But there was a study came out about the gummies supplement melatonin. And what they found was there's, and they tested all kinds of different, it was a 90% rate of false advertisement. They said there was 3 milligrams per gummy, and it was either way over, way under, or mixed with THC.
Oh my God.
Yes. I gotta find this. And there was one gummy that they found that was all THC, no melatonin.
Damn.
And you're like, Jesus.
People give those to children.
Right. Or CBD. I'm sorry, not THC.
I was gonna say, THC
no. It was CBD.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But still, anything that someone doesn't realize that they're taking,
right? And if you take all these supplements and you're like, it's elderberry oil, is it? Who's doing with medications? You have to go through this process. They're prescribed by a doctor for a reason because go through the process to say that your 10 milligrams of lisinopril is actually 10 milligrams of lisinopril. It's not 2.5 milligrams of lisinopril and then elderberry.
Yeah. And it sounds really scary, especially here in America where we have pharmaceutical commercials on TV. It sounds really scary when you hear all the side effects listed of
for sure.
Cancer, death, diarrhea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know who also has side effects is all of these supplements also have side effects.
But yeah.
And interact with all of your other medications that you are prescribed. There's a few that are we already talked about citrus reacts with Adderall, but it reacts with a lot of other things. There's another one called saw palmetto that a lot of people take that reacts with a ton of stuff.
There's stuff that can like ashwagandha can impact your birth control.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of
same
natural
with antibiotics,
supplements. Yeah, people think that it's it's natural. Yeah,
but
there's a lot of stuff that you need to be thinking about.
Right.
And it seems all these big pharma medications have all these scary, dangerous side effects, and this vitamin doesn't. It's not because there are no side effects. It's because there's no regulatory body that is making them list out all of the potential side effects.
And there's
just no one checking
there's
that.
no studies to look at the potential side effects,
Yep.
I think with ashwagandha especially, isn't it? It's processed through your liver, so you can easily get... I don't know that for sure. Isn't it processed through...
you're asking the
I'm
wrong
gonna-
guy.
I'm going to
We'll
pause
save that one for
before I
later.
say something incorrect, but I thought it was processed through your liver, so you want to monitor for that, but I don't know. So
We'll
I
do some
will-
future episodes
on
on
supplements.
supplements. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because they are a lot more dangerous than people think they are. And there's a lot of money to be made there. Just because it's not coming from a doctor doesn't mean that it's like people with good intentions. It's
Mhm.
people make it money. They're making money off of you, you know, by
I'm so
convincing you
mad
that
about
this
this.
is like a natural way to go about this thing. You don't know what the fuck is in those things. You don't know what's being
No,
packed into
you
those little
don't.
capsules. You don't know. All right. Before we wrap it down, I want to get into that actual study from Sweden.
Yeah.
And this is the one. So now that we've kind of like shown that
This is the one that Trump used. No.
the one that Trump used was like the 46.
It was like a meta-analysis or
yeah,
something.
the 46 studies.
Mhm.
Now that we've shown like why that one is bullshit, I want to talk about the Swedish study that shows like why it's bullshit, but based in like the science and research of like this has
Why
been
it's
being studied for decades.
Peer-reviewed bullshit.
Yes. Yeah. All right. And it's called, and you can find this on PubMed if you just search the title of the study. I'll also put the links in the resources of the show notes of this episode. It's called Acetaminophen Use During Pregnancy and Children's Risk of Autism, ADHD, and Intellectual Disability. The abstract: several studies suggest that acetaminophen use during pregnancy may increase the risk of neurodevelopmental disorders in children. If true, this would have substantial implications for management of pain and fever during pregnancy. So then the study was just looking at, is this true? So they did...
It's not.
No. They did a nationwide cohort study with sibling control analysis, which included a population-based sample of 2,480,797 children born in 1995 to 2019 in Sweden, with follow-up through December 31st, 2021.
Damn.
So that is a huge, huge population size.
Yep.
So that's wonderful. That's what you
Okay.
want to see in a study. Is
And
that
it's a long-term follow-through.
Yep.
You know, it's not like 2 or 3 years. It's like, I don't do the math.
was it 1995, 2019, 24 years?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So it's long term. Yeah, they're looking at a huge population. And obviously, the more people they study, the more legitimate the results are going to be. Because if you study 12 kids at a birthday party, that tells you nothing other than those 12 kids were at a birthday party. So it's a good way to like have some control.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid
so
for
stupid.
so many reasons. Yeah. So the results of the study, so in total, 185,909 children, which is 7.5% of this population that they studied. So 7.5% of those kids were exposed to acetaminophen during pregnancy. And they found like some slight possible increases in the risk of autism, ADHD, and intellectual disability with the acetaminophen use. But then when they looked at sibling control, which is where they're looking at when pregnant people they took Tylenol with one pregnancy, but not with the other. And that's a great way to control for like genetic predisposition. They found that there was like essentially like no measurable increased risk between acetaminophen use and autism, ADHD, and intellectual disability.
Because it's not related.
Yes. So just like looking at those results without really understanding how to interpret anything, it could seem like, well, there is like a slight increased risk with acetaminophen use. But then when you look further at the sibling control, they essentially say that any increased risk that looks like it could come from acetaminophen can be associated instead with like that genetic link to autism, which we already know autism is genetic. You get it from your parents. And so when you're looking at a mother who took Tylenol with one pregnancy, but not the other, and then both kids are autistic, okay, so it wasn't the Tylenol then.
Not
it was
the
the fact
Tylenol.
that her genes are autistic.
Right.
She got those TISM genes. Or dad does, you know? But either way, it's not because of Tylenol use.
It was
Whoa,
Sorry.
that's aggressive.
Sorry. But not sorry. It was never the Tylenol. It never has been. We all know this. You know this. I know this. Grace, you know this.
Yes.
But here we are talking about it because some idiot decided, let's make everybody else miserable.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because
And
they're
here we
just
are.
destroying our country as fast as possible.
Love this.
Yes. Yeah. So you can go check out that study if you want to see it more in depth. I'm not going to go super into it because I don't want to, because I feel like we've already summarized pretty much everything that it says and what all the experts are saying who actually like work in this field and have worked in this type of research for years and years or decades and decades. This has been going on forever. So for someone to come in and in like 3 months say, yep, we've solved it.
Yep.
We're not doctors, but
got it. We said we were going to have an answer by September, and here we are in September with an answer.
yep, definitely not something that just pulled out of their ass.
Nope. No.
So the conclusions from that research study are that acetaminophen use during pregnancy was not associated with children's risk of autism, ADHD, or intellectual disability in sibling control analysis. This suggests that associations observed in other models may have been attributable to familial confounding.
Oh, wouldn't you know?
AKA
genetics.
any associations that any other studies have found between Tylenol and autistic kids. If you just looked at the siblings in a bigger study, you could see that those can be explained by genetics.
I'm annoyed that someone had to do a 24-year-long study
Yes.
to prove that this wasn't a thing.
Yep. But like, thank God they did.
It's a good thing they did, because they were doing this way before RFK. This was like, when RFK was still leaving bears in Central Park,
Back when he was chopping up whales.
Yeah.
Bringing them home on the roof of his car.
Right?
Yeah.
This is way before any of that. So
do you know that RFK is married to what's her face from not Arrested Development, Larry David, other one, Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know his wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I'll have to look it up.
Okay. Well, RFK is married to her, which seems insane.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
Cheryl David. Who is this lady?
Plays Larry David's wife in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
This
She's
lady?
a comedian. Yeah.
This
She's married to RFK. Yeah.
Ugh.
Isn't that weird?
No.
Like, what are you doing,
This lady,
Cheryl?
she looks like a grown-up who.
I know. I always get her confused with what's her face, who plays one of the Who's. Well, good night, Betty. The sexy one.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
shoots the
Yeah.
shoots the lights.
Betty,
hi. It's not
I
her.
love that movie.
I do too. We watch
It's
it every
like
year.
one of my favorite. Yeah, but like, first of all, how could you be married to him?
Just the voice
The
alone.
voice alone.
And I don't mean to be critical. If you have a voice disorder, we're not talking about you, and I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings.
But
It's
when
more
you
so-
put the public and put several kids and expectant mothers at risk,
Millions
Now we're out
of
for
mothers,
blood.
and yeah.
now we're
exactly.
out for blood. And I think it's perfectly valid to make fun of his voice and his stupid face and the fact that he killed a bear and left it in Central Park and he cut up a whale carcass and that he's a conspiracy theorist and he's a racist and a homophobic person who was against the AIDS research and has brought our society back about, 50, 75 years from where it could be. I'm okay making fun of him.
Yeah.
He's a terrible
If
human.
anyone deserves it, it's him. Yeah.
He's a terrible human.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be in government. He shouldn't be alive.
No.
No.
I agree.
No. I wish that worm would finish the job.
Yeah. Bring back brainworms. Bring
back
back brainworms. We're pro brainworms.
We are.
on
When
this
it comes to
podcast.
RFK, we're pro brainworm.
Yeah, we say do your thing, worms.
Do your thing. Keep going.
Get in there.
You got it.
Burrow tight.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. And
Probably all
last,
that raw milk.
yeah. My favorite is when people are like so hardcore about buying raw milk and they make such a big deal out of it, and then they boil their milk before they drink it.
Okay.
Okay.
What do
so
you mean?
so kinda like
Pasteurization?
pasteurizing.
Yes. That's pasteurization.
Yeah.
Also, like,
It's worse than
I hate,
pasteurization.
yes. I hate when they're like, oh, what about the probiotics? You mean E. coli
Yes.
from the shit that the cows poop?
Yes.
And
Eat a
salmonella?
yogurt. There
Yes.
are other sources of
Take a-
probiotics.
Yes.
that you don't have to risk your life.
Yogurt is real cheap. Raw milk, hard to find.
Very dangerous for no
and
reason.
dangerous for no
There's
reason
shit
at
in there.
all. There's
People give
shit
it to
in
their
there.
kids. There's women who are pregnant drinking raw milk.
You
We
can't
wanna
even
talk
give
about-
your kids honey. Why are
Yes.
we giving them milk? And raw, why are we giving them milk? But why are we giving them raw milk?
You can't even give babies water.
Right.
And there's people
They'll
like
drown.
yeah, I guess so. I don't know
I
the
know.
science,
No.
but they can't swim. Internally, they'll drown internally. Yeah. The honey thing is crazy too.
The honey thing
Do you
is
guys
crazy.
know that? I hope everyone knows
You can't
that.
give
They-
your kid raw honey.
for like the first year and a half.
Yes.
2 years.
You.
I'm saying 2 to be safe.
What you should do is you should go to your pediatrician who's been an educated individual who follows the latest scientific research
Hopefully.
and recommendations and follow what they say because they've been to school for this and they're in debt because of
Yeah.
this.
Unless they're a nut. There are some doctors
Yeah.
out there who are like anti-vax nuts.
Right. Make
So-
sure your pediatrician is pro-vaccine and
Yes.
then just go from there.
Yeah.
And you should follow what they say because they'll go based on, accurate guidelines. Not the CDC guidelines anymore, hopefully. They'll probably go based on the American College of Pediatrics. And because the vaccine schedule is all effed up.
Yep.
Also because of RFA. But what's his face? No, RFK.
RFK.
Not RFA.
RFA. Who's that?
I don't know. Sounds like a t-shirt brand.
Yeah, RFA. I don't know him.
Anyway,
Vaccinate your children.
vaccinate your
also.
kids. Don't give them raw milk and don't give them honey.
Yep.
Follow what your pediatrician says. Vaccines don't cause autism and Tylenol doesn't cause autism. It's okay to take Tylenol at the recommended dose. Read the back of the bottle when you're pregnant. You can also give it to kids. Also, read the back of the bottle. It's there for a reason. Don't overdose on Tylenol.
Yes.
That's a bad way to go.
Yes. And I think one of the studies of the 46 studies that they're like pretending to get this information from, one of them was looking at like extended use over like 2 or 3 months straight of using Tylenol every single day. It's like,
That's
well,
a
yeah, you
lot of
shouldn't do that
Tylenol.
with any medication really, unless it's prescribed to you.
Yeah, and I mean, yes, you can
T-
do
it's
that
not-
with Tylenol. People with like severe arthritis do that.
Yes, but
Uh,
if you're pregnant, like I could see taking Tylenol every single day for 3 months straight, like compared to not taking it, it could increase.
Talk
the
to your
risk of-
OB-GYN about it because they'll
Yeah.
know all about it too. There's a reason why we go to these doctors who are trained in the area and not some idiot with worms for brains.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
there's a reason why we do this.
Yes, even with this podcast, don't just listen to us.
Don't listen to
Please,
us.
God, who are we?
We're
to your
no one.
doctors. Yeah.
We talk on the TV. It's not even a TV.
It's not a TV even. Just a podcast.
It's just a podcast.
Yep.
And we may do internet research, but there's a reason because your situation is probably different than everybody else's situation. I guarantee that it is. So you should go to your doctor and come up with a plan together on what you're going to do about certain things.
All right. Yeah, that's a great way to say it. Last thing before we wrap it up and do our bod is we just have a statement from Tylenol.
Oh yeah,
So we've been
Tylenol's
wondering,
weighing
like-
in.
We've been wondering, like, where the hell is
Where's
Tylenol on this
Tylenol?
whole
They're
thing?
not making any TikToks.
Yeah, because how can you like blame a specific name brand, not even acetaminophen, but a name brand of Tylenol, like just this
They
one
have
name brand
lawyers.
medication? Yeah, I was gonna say, why is Tylenol not
Right.
suing the shit out of them for?
They probably
saying
are. They're
them?
probably just like, let's wait it out a little bit and then sue the shit out.
I'm sure
of
they're
them.
working on it. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's like a whole big thing behind the
their,
scenes.
Their team of lawyers is probably going insane right now.
Oh yeah,
I don't envy them.
no, but
But-
also
They came out with a statement.
Yep.
Let's hear it.
they said, "We stand with science and we stand with you. For generations, families have trusted Tylenol when it matters most. Tylenol is one of the most studied medications in history and is safe when used as directed by expecting mothers, infants, and children. The facts remain unchanged. Over a decade of rigorous research endorsed by leading medical professionals confirm that there is no credible evidence linking acetaminophen to autism. Acetaminophen is used worldwide as a first line of defense for pain relief and fever reduction at the recommended at the recommendation of independent public health and leading medical professionals and in accordance with the product label. High fevers and pain are widely recognized as potential risks to pregnancy if left untreated, especially in the first trimester. Remember to talk to your doctor. We prioritize science as the core of how we provide care, and that will never change. Boom.
Boom.
Go Tylenol.
Yay,
You heard it
Tylenol.
first. Yeah. This whole thing has got us like rooting for big pharmaceutical companies.
I know.
What's going on? Between this and the rapture, I'm going so hard for Jesus. I'm like, this isn't what Jesus would have wanted.
Jesus would never want this.
I'm a lifelong atheist. I've never really been to church, but except for
I
with
wouldn't
my
recommend
grandma
it.
on Christmas. Yeah.
It's not
Hated
fun. The
Not for
crackers are
me.
terrible.
Yeah, I hate those white people. All right. And with that, let's wind down our episode.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Sorry,
I hope you
it was so
enjoyed.
Passionate.
Yeah, I don't know if enjoyed. Thanks for tolerating us as we kind of navigate this new world of fascism that we live in.
Hope you learned something.
Hope you learned something. I hope you don't give your kids raw milk or raw honey.
Yeah.
Unless they're age appropriate.
And I hope you take Tylenol if you need it. And if you do have an autistic kid, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong that caused
your
the autism.
genetics. It was your genetics.
It was
so
probably
it was
your
100% your fault because of your genetics. So
no,
it
it's
wasn't
no one's
Tylenol.
fault because there's
wasn't-
nothing wrong with having an autistic kid.
It's your fault
No.
because of your genetics. And there's nothing wrong with your autistic child.
Yeah.
They don't need to be punished for who they are.
Yes, and you don't need to be punished for giving your kid autism because when parents are autistic, they have autistic kids, and that's just how things work.
It is your fault.
You can look at your grandma's spoon collection. My grandma collected spoons. Like, oh.
These aren't eating spoons. These are looking
They were
spoons.
display spoons.
These
She would
spoons
buy
you
one and
look at with your eyes.
Yep. She
Mhm.
would buy one in every place she visited. She had little racks of them on the wall.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
That's a cute little thing.
It's autism. My grandma was, looking back, definitely autistic. But yeah, you guys can follow us on all the places, and you can find all those resources for all those articles and studies in the show notes of this episode if you want some ammo to be able to like talk about this stuff. You know, it's good to have these conversations. Obviously, there's going to be like crazy people who won't listen to science.
Don't
or
waste your time with
reason.
those people.
Yeah, worry about the people who are like scared. You know, who don't necessarily know how to interpret these types of things, or are just kind of like listening to what they're told by an administration that under normal circumstances should be like somewhat trustworthy. So like I understand people getting freaked out by this, of thinking, well, I don't know, the president is saying it must be true.
It must be true. He had a whole press conference about it.
Yes,
No,
but it's not. And so I think if you can kind of go out there and put people's minds at ease if they're worried, or if they're pregnant and they're like now not wanting to take Tylenol, I think maybe sharing resources with them and encouraging them to kind of look at alternative sources is the best we can do in these trying times.
If I were pregnant, which I never would be,
Thank God.
one, I should never have children.
No.
And I've made sure of that. I'd double up on the Tylenol. I want all my kids autistic. Imagine how many software engineers make a lot of money.
Yeah,
and that's what I'd be.
very
You know, I need
successful.
someone to drive me to my doctor's appointment. So if I'm having kids, it's for I'm looking for a long-term solution. Those kids are going to love trains, and they're going to be conductors, and they're going to be software engineers, and they're going to be maybe surgeons. It's a bad lifestyle, but they're all autistic. You can fight me.
Oh,
on
they
that.
100% are.
Yeah. First of all, if we get rid of the autistics, that's my other thing. Who's going to do the operations?
Yeah.
Who's going to
coding?
Who's going to do all the coding? And who's going to be like doing all like the conservative, the art conservatory stuff? Conservation.
Yes. Who's going to be like, bookkeeping.
Yep.
You know what I think is a very autistic job is being a Foley artist, which is people who do the make sounds for like movies to like
for
imitate
sure.
what things sound
Yeah.
like. Doesn't that seem like such an autistic, maybe an
Yes.
AuDHD job of like
Yes.
your pattern recognizing? You're like,
Right.
all right, what could I use that could mimic this type of sound? And then
Mhm.
you're getting into like the
Mhm.
mimicry of autism. How can I recreate the sound? Foley artist. If you're autistic and you're not sure what to
Sound
do with
sensitive.
yourself,
Yeah.
looking to be a
Go-
Foley artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to operate? Tell me that. I've yet to meet a neurotypical surgeon. I don't think I ever will.
I don't think they exist.
They don't exist.
No.
You can fight me on that. I will be right.
Yeah.
And so if we get rid of the autistics, who's taking out your appendix? Riddle me that.
Yeah.
Find us on all the socials.
Yeah.
And on Patreon.
Yeah. Come watch our videos on YouTube if you're not here already.
We're on YouTube now. You can see us in the flesh. Watch Grace kill a bee.
Yeah. It's very thrilling.
It's traumatic.
Yeah. Big stuff is happening here in the pod loft, so you don't want to miss that. Yeah. Follow us on TikTok and all the places.
All right.
Let's get into that bod.
Okay.
Nice bod.
I want your bod.
All right. This bod is brought to us by
excited.
Jamie. Jamie has sent us so many wonderful odd bods on TikTok.
She's the queen of odd bods.
She's the queen of odd bods. Girl loves an odd bod. So thank you, Jamie, for sending in this odd bod. This odd bod is the bush stone curlew.
Ooh. Who's making up these? Okay, if we get id of the autistics, who's going to make up the bird names?
Who's naming birds? Who's studying bugs?
Who?
Right? Who's going to be studying bugs? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
Right?
That's true. No one's going to study the bugs.
Nope.
No one's going to name the birds.
Yeah. When you drop a thing of toothpicks on the ground, who's going to count how many toothpicks you have? I don't know. Better keep those autistics around.
Yeah, you got to keep them around. They are worth their weight in gold.
Yep. Also, we're just joking. You don't have to contribute to capitalism in order to be valuable and worthy of living life as an autistic person or as any disabled person. You can just do your thing. You could be a bird watcher. You don't have to be naming the birds. You could be a bird watcher. That's a great autistic hobby as well.
That is a great autistic hobby.
Yeah. But in terms of professions, there are a lot of professions, experts in their fields
maybe we
that
should
are for sure autistic.
Talk about this later on autistic professions and what we think.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
I've got a list of jobs that I think are like exclusively autistic.
I like this.
And then ADHD. Oh.
What the fuck was that?
Was Ian turning on the water.
Jesus.
You're okay. It's okay.
I hated that. I don't like that sound.
It's the hose. I wish he wasn't doing that right now.
We're safe from bad sounds. God, that sucked. Hurt my ears and my soul. Ugh. The sound you like have in your nightmares. Ugh.
A bit dramatic, but okay.
I don't like that sound.
Back to the bush stone curlew.
Okay. All right. Here we are.
It is a large, slim, nocturnal, ground-dwelling bird. Also very silly looking. Please go look it up because it is a silly little guy. It is in Australia, and it's unlike any other bird in Australia. The bush stone curlew was formerly quite common, but has declined in numbers through loss of habitat and predation by foxes and feral cats.
God damn it.
Feral cats fuck up the bird population.
Yeah, they do.
Keep your cats indoors.
And neuter them. And spay them.
Yeah,
please. Spay and neuter your pets, just like Bob Barker
Thank you, Bob.
Say. Thank you, Bob.
Yep. And in Australia, these bush stone curlew can be seen on golf courses and even in cemeteries. I don't know why they said it like that. Like cemeteries are just kind of parks to birds. They don't know what's in the ground. They're like, yeah, it's a bunch of trees. Why wouldn't we be here?
Right. Quiet.
Yeah. All right. Normally I have you play the bird sound. I'll play it on my phone. All right, you got it.
I don't. It's like a wailing seagull.
Yeah.
Like a seagull, but worse.
Yeah, a worse seagull.
That was really good.
Right?
That
Pretty
was,
high.
man, you are really crushing it with those bird sounds.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I think we did pretty well on
My
that
ears
one.
are bleeding a little bit, but yeah.
It's worth it. Lucy's probably really upset upstairs, but
Yeah, that's okay.
that's
Well,
showbiz, baby.
It's a future problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of bush stone curlews in here. Yeah,
a
goodness.
whole gaggle of bush stone curlews in here. Is it just me or are there a bunch of bush stone curlews in here? Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.